I have a question for you guys today. Do you feel guilty about spending big bucks on luxury items, and is it normal? For today's video, I am going to cover a topic that is very serious, and I think that it's important for us sometimes as luxury enthusiasts to sit back and take a look at our purchases and how we feel about ourselves afterward. The reason for this video is I was recently watching a video by Andri, and I'm sure most of you are aware of her channel. She's amazing, and I will link her channel below. But she did a video, and the name of the video was Feeling Guilty on Spending Money on Luxury. Do you feel guilty, and is it normal? I've been trying to catch up with my tag videos lately, and I will catch up with them, but I just felt that this is so important to take a step back sometime and think about how we spend our money. So I wanted to put this video ahead of the tag videos, and then I will catch up, I promise. I think I'm 3 behind, but today I just want us all to take a look at ourselves, look in the mirror, and ask us those 2 questions. Is it okay to spend big bucks on luxury, and is it normal? I don't think that the answers to these 2 questions are the same for everyone. Obviously, they are subjective, and obviously it depends on your situation, your financial situation. But I just feel like this is something that is important to talk about, and when Andri did this video, I was struck by it. And she did such a fabulous job covering, you know, how she felt about it. I believe that she had watched a video where, I'm not sure who it is, but someone did a video, and they said that their justification for buying, say, a Chanel bag, they have to have the money twice over put back before they can buy the Chanel bag. And she said that's not the way that it works for her, not at all, and she was going to have to disagree. Well, girl, I have to disagree as well and agree with Andri, because if you do the math, let's just round it off to $5,000. It's really closer to 6 if you buy a brand new Chanel bag, or over 6,000. Is she saying that you have to have $15,000 in savings before you can purchase the Chanel bag guilt-free? I have not seen her video, but from what I gathered from Andri, I think that's what she was saying. I'll look down at my notes. She said that she has to have the money twice over before she can justify spending that amount of money. I could talk all day about this, and I have my opinions and thoughts about it, but I'm just going to speak from my own perspective. First of all, I agree that spending large amounts of money on a piece of leather, a handbag, say $5,000, is absolutely ridiculous. But on some level, it's also very rewarding. And I'm going to, like I said, speak from my own heart and from my own feelings. I did not own luxury items until I was in my early 40s, about 40, I think. And before that point in my life, I was raising children. I had 3 children, and I was a young mom, and I was single for many of those years, and I worked in the medical field, and I made a very good living. I did not get child support, and I raised 3 children on my own. And during those years, I could have never justified buying any kind of luxury item. Even if I saved the money for a specific item, say I saved for a year $2,000 and I was going to buy a handbag. Back in those years when I was a single mom, there would be no way, even if I saved it for that reason, that I would feel good about myself had I just went off and spent that kind of money on myself. That's me. I would feel much better and happier spending the money to benefit my family, to benefit my children. And if I were going to benefit us as a family in a frivolous way, I would take that money and we would go on a long weekend trip and make memories together and spend time together. Back in those days, I could have never justified it in any way. Okay, fast forward to my life now and how I live my life now. I'm still the same person, but I don't have the obligations that I had when I was very young. I do not feel guilty when I buy a luxury handbag. Some I buy for myself. Most of them are gifts from my husband. When I get a luxury handbag, I feel no guilt. I believe Andri said she felt a little guilt, but it went away really fast. I love that about her. She's so honest. But I feel no guilt. I feel no guilt because I'm at a place in my life that I feel financially secure. My husband and I have secured our future. My husband still works every day. He runs a small company and he has done so for 24 years. So he's worked hard since he was a young man. I worked in the medical field for 17 years. I no longer work in the medical field. I do art. I work 1 day a week in the office, sometimes twice, helping my husband. And I don't make the money that I made in the past. And Andri brought that point up because I believe the YouTuber that she watched said that she was younger, or Andri said that she was younger and she can work and make that money back. Well, that's a point, but for me, I don't work and it would take a long time for me to make that money back. But I don't need to make that money back. Like I said, I feel secure. My future is secure. We are very financially stable, and I don't get luxury handbags a lot. In the beginning, I would get one for my birthday, or if we would go on holiday. That's really how it started, my very first one in Hawaii, and I didn't get another one for 2 years. And then I believe the next one was in Chicago, and I would name my bag, my Hawaii bag, my Chicago bag, and then we went to Seattle, I got one there. But as the years rolled on, they became more frequent. But even now, I would say about 13, 14 years later, I've been collecting for about, I would say, probably 13 years. I probably get 2 bags a year. I've already gotten 2 bags this year, and it's April, and I'm sure I will get 1 more. They do come more frequently now, and I buy other things that are luxury. And no, I have absolutely no guilt. But it's only because I feel like in my younger years, I was a responsible mom. The money that I made went to my family. I never could have spent money the way I do now. And I don't really spend a lot of money, really, compared to some YouTubers that I watch. No way. I mean, I watch some YouTubers do unboxings after unboxings after unboxings, and I'm thinking, are you putting any money away for retirement? When you get to my point in life, you do begin to think about your future in retirement. Are you saving money for a rainy day? I think about these things when I watch these videos. And some of the YouTubers that I watch, they don't really come off as necessarily, you know, well off. I mean, their surroundings look, you know, average, but yet they are doing all these unboxings. And I'm just gonna be honest. I sit here and I think, are you saving any money? How do you afford all these bags? And I guess, you know, you're just way better off than I am, because I really could not justify that. But if I get a new bag once a year, or if I get a new bag twice a year, I don't feel guilty. I'm not abusing my privileges. I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't feel like I am entitled to anything, and I don't feel like I deserve it, because I don't feel like I deserve anything any more than anyone else that is less fortunate than me. I just feel like life has been good to me. I have been a responsible person, and maybe I've earned it. But I don't feel like I deserve anything. I don't feel like I deserve more than you, and I don't feel like you deserve more than me, but everybody is not the same, and everybody does not have the same circumstance. And the next question that Andri spoke about was, is it normal? And again, it is subjective, because my normal is not your normal, and your normal is not my normal. If you are, say, fabulously wealthy, of course it's normal. It's all you know. And for me, getting 1 or 2 luxury handbags a year is normal. If I got 10 new handbags this year, that would not be normal for me. That would be excessive. So it just depends on what your normal is. I live in Alabama, in the north part of the state, in a rural area, and you don't really see a lot of people running around with designer handbags. You do, people have them, I see them out and about, but it's not like if I go to New York City, or if we're traveling, you know, then you see everyone carrying a designer bag. But where I live, it's not really normal. And I was raised just middle class. My dad is an immigrant from Greece, and he came here with nothing, and he made a very good living for us. And my mom was always, and still is, loves clothes. And my dad did too, being a European man. I mean, he liked to dress nice. But my mom was never into luxury, so I was never exposed to that growing up. And to be honest with you, I've spoke about when I started my luxury collection, I just started with Louis Vuitton, and for the first 10 years, that's all I bought. It's really all I knew. And I wasn't ever really attracted to Chanel like I am now. I feel like, you know, our tastes change. When I was younger, I knew about Chanel bags, but I thought they were old lady bags. I used to watch The Young and the Restless, and if you guys ever watched that show, Catherine, the old rich lady in town, she always had Chanel bags. So I don't know, I just associated as a teen Chanel bags as old lady bags. But I wouldn't mind having a few of those old lady bags. I own one Chanel bag, and I bought it pre-loved, and I do want to add Chanel. I've spoke with some of my friends here on YouTube, And I do plan to add some Chanel bags, classic bags, to my collection because yes, my tastes have changed. And next year when I go to Greece, I plan on walking in that boutique in Athens, and I'm gonna buy me a brand new Chanel bag right off the shelf, maybe two, and I will feel no guilt. But you know, it's not really normal where I live. We don't even have a mall in my town. So if I want to go to this Chanel boutique, I have to go about an hour and 20 minutes away. So we are at a disadvantage here where I live. But not to get off track, but it's not really normal for this area to see a lot of people running around with Chanel bags or designer bags. One of the points that Andri brought up, that the other YouTuber that she had watched said that she had to have the money twice over before she could justify a luxury handbag. And Andri said something that struck me, and she said that she feels like that is a false sense of security. And girl, I could not agree with you more, because I don't know if the girl was referring to that's all the money she had in savings, that she would have to have twice the amount of the handbag to feel comfortable. I just feel like that is, you know, you're on thin ice there, or you're living on the edge. I just, you know, I feel like before I personally could feel comfortable, if I even got one luxury handbag every 2 or 3 years, I have to feel comfortable with it. I can't spend, you know, a quarter of my savings on a handbag. I just could never do that. So really, I had to look at this video from my own perspective and, you know, tell you guys that no, I feel no guilt, and no, I don't feel that it's normal to spend that kind of money on handbags. But at the same time, I feel like everybody, you know, you have your vices, and I feel like, you know, some people are into cars, expensive cars. Some people are into traveling. Some people are into, I have a friend who is into dining, fine dining, and I don't mean just occasionally. He goes out to the best restaurants 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, there's no telling how much money he spends on food in restaurants, but you know what? That's his thing. So, you know, life is short, and if a handbag makes you happy, or a piece of jewelry makes you happy, like when I got this Hermes CDC, I was so excited. I absolutely was thrilled with it, and I still love it. I don't wear it a lot, but it was exciting. It was expensive for what it is, but it made me happy. And we are not promised tomorrow. So I think we should live life to the fullest. We should do what makes us happy, but at the same time, do it responsibly. I feel like that is so, so important, to be a responsible person, to make sure that your priorities are straight. And you know, like I said, my normal is not your normal, and vice versa. And really, I'm an artist, and so I think outside the box. Who cares about normal? Who cares? I don't want to be normal. Life, you know, can be boring enough. I am not interested in ordinary life. I'm interested in being me. And if something makes me happy and I'm doing it responsibly, and the same for you, if I were giving you advice, if it makes you happy, as long as you are responsible, and if you spend you know, say $10,000 on an Hermes bag. Go for it. If it makes you happy, but number one, if you do it responsibly. I don't own any Hermes bags. Do I see one in my future? No. Maybe, but I don't really see that happening because number one, I don't want to play the Hermes game, but that's a whole different topic. But number two, even if my husband wanted to, you know, get me one, I don't know if I would be comfortable. That's a lot of money. Actually, you're lucky if you find one for $10,000. So I can afford it, yes. But why would I take that kind of money out of my savings for a handbag? So I would feel very irresponsible if I did that. But my main point is, be responsible. I don't think that if you do it in a responsible way, that you should feel guilty, because you should do what makes you happy in life. And that's the way I try to live my life. And I hope that I did this video justice. It's not actually a tag video, but it is one that Andri did, and she said she would like to hear my views on it. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Leave it in the comments below. And also, if you're not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Most of my videos are a lot more fun than this. I just felt like this was an important topic, and Andri brought up some very thought-provoking ideas, and you know, I just felt like I wanted to give this a shot. Oh, and before I end this video, I forgot to show you guys my bag of the day. It is my beautiful, or my bag of the week. I am carrying my beautiful Pochette Matisse in the reverse monogram. I've got a little Michael Kors faux fur pom-pom on it. I think it's so cute. This is one of my favorite casual bags, and this is the bag of the week. Okay, so that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment below. And also, if you are one of my YouTube friends and you are watching this video and you have thoughts about this, I would love to see you do a similar video. It's not a tag video, like I said, but I would love to hear some of your thoughts on this. Is it normal? And do you feel guilty buying luxury? Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.